I don't know exactly how many times I read this passage without realizing what it actually said, but I am sure it was more times than I would care to admit anyway. God places himself in the midst of my praise? That is astounding, and it transforms my praise, which I do not do often enough, from a task to do into an encounter to relish.
Psalms 22, verse 3. You are holy, O you who are enthroned upon the praises of your people.
When I first realized what this verse was saying, I had to read it again because I didn't believe that what I read was actually in the Bible. Then I spent a few moments pondering why I never realized it the other times I'd read the passage. The idea that God chooses to dwell in the praises of his people, in my praises, caught me off guard. I had always thought of praise as something I offered to God, a way to honor him from a distance. But this verse suggests something far more personal. It tells me that God positions himself right in the middle of the praise I give him. That includes my voice, my words, my heart. This truth carries weight. If God is present where praise is offered, then my praise is not just a spiritual exercise. It is a place of encounter. When I neglect praise, I am not just being quiet. I am withholding the very space where God desires to be known. That realization brings conviction. It forces me to ask whether I have treated praise as optional or as something reserved for special moments. I begin to see praise as essential. It is not a warm-up before a sermon or a closing song. It is the foundation of God's presence in my life. If our culture feels distant from him, perhaps it is because his people have not built the space where he is most welcome. That responsibility does not belong to the world. It belongs to those who know his name. It belongs to me. So I begin again. I work at enthroning my Lord in my life. I need to speak of his goodness when I rise and when I lie down. I need to sing when I feel joy and when I feel sorrow, something I am very aware I do not do nearly often enough. I am striving to name his faithfulness in my home, in my work, and in my conversations. I cannot let myself fall into the trap of waiting for the right mood or the right setting. I must be more diligent about choosing to praise because he is holy and because he has chosen to be near when I do. And that is my thought for today. God bless and have a great day.